Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at Polkadot and do some price analysis, have a look at what's going on the charts and see if we can identify a few key levels of support and resistance, some areas where we could look to either buy, take profit or even accumulate. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button and let's crack on. So welcome to the channel. Polkadot Tether, this is the daily time frame. I'm using the Binance chart. That's got a fair amount of volume on here. Previous all-time highs we have up at $55, and ever since then we've had a pretty much a decent pullback. All in all, we've done a 59% pullback, which is crazy really, because we knew that parachain auctions started around 11th of November, and they're running now. We've got chains are going live on the substrate framework, which is adding to that Polkadot ecosystem and that growth. So you'd expect really the price to be going up, but Bitcoin the king is still ruling the roost, and it's pulled us back down with it really. So a bullish time for Polkadot, but the price action not really showed us what the potential of this is. So for now, I think it's just accumulation and buy. We actually sat underneath this moving average 200. Usually in a bullish price action, you tend to stay above it, but we've been quite indecisive on this really. We've been pretty much forming some big waves down and some big waves up, and I mean it looked like we're close to forming a head and shoulders pattern here, which was bearish, but it just didn't quite play out. I mean, unless you see that as a right and shoulder, but I think it's not quite rare. If it did actually play out, then you probably could look to get some buys back down here at about $11, where we did drop on that horrible July that we had. I know we had some highs up here in May, and then we got probably about 2 months of bears, and it wasn't the nice thing to see. And we're kind of in that period now. We've had that pullback from the all-time highs, and we've come back down to a nice level of support, which I've got marked here. So key fundamental area, if we look at this area here, was a nice level of resistance. Then we flip back to support, and it's currently support here. So currently we are sat at support, and for me, we need to just use this as an opportunity, because this asset, in my opinion, is one of the best layer zero projects out there. It is pretty much built from the very bottom up. Gavin Wood is a bloody inspiration to space, and I'm investing him in more than Polkadot itself. So looking at current areas to buy, I think anything personally under this $30 region, which is pretty much that moving average 200 on the daily time frame. And if you just put the 50 and the 20 on, and we've had a bearish cross up here. That's a given. With the bearish price action did start when we hit them all-time highs, and we are starting to drop. I'm expecting that once buys do get fully taken around here, we will start to push on. And when Bitcoin does start to push on, I think that the rest of the market will follow it. So buys currently, what I would do, let's just go down to the hourly. We'll analyze this latest move here. We'll get rid of moving averages now, don't need them. In terms of Fibonacci levels, from the bottom of the move there to the top, we've actually been up to the top, rejected, come down, hit that 382 Fibonacci, push back up and rejected again. So for me, what I would consider doing is laddering a few buy orders in. I would ladder them all the way in from 25.67, and I'd ladder them all the way down to $22. Maybe 3 orders within that region. You might get 1 picked up, you might get 4 or 5 picked up, but that's where I'd personally consider placing some orders. Just be on the safe side as well. Do not spend all your stable assets, because it is still indecisive, this market, and we are waiting for a major move up or a major move down on Bitcoin. If it swings down, it's going to pull the rest of the market down with it, like it always does. And that level I mentioned earlier on, that it's way down here at $11, $10. I don't think it's going to come down there, but just be wary. If the market did shit the bed, we could potentially get some orders filled down there. Also got this region here, close to that 2.27 fib at $15. So there's a few levels. This looks like an area at $22 where we wicked down before, and there. So just be wary. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say price is going to come down here, but just be wary that the price action could come down if Bitcoin did start to digress. So that's a buy zone and a bit of a bearish spin on that. Positive price action. We really need to get back above this 200 at $30. once we do flick back to support, we've got quite a few levels we can look to target. I mean, we've got quite a few wicks within this range here. You could always go through to here. Look at all these wicks within that range and that range there. So potential take profits at $32. I mean, I've got some red levels here, which are weekly levels of resistance. So we've got 37.35. 46.32, and then we've got all-time highs at $55. These are red levels which I've marked up where I personally will be taking a little bit of profit. I'm not talking much, I'm talking 2 to 5% profit off a table. Whether I buy back in or whether I put them into new projects, I'm not indecisive yet, but remember, taking profit on the way up is king. Do not buy at $25 thinking it's going to go to $250 and you're going to times 10 overnight. It never works like that. I mean, ultimately, I think it could get to that level, but keep skimming profit on the way up because it moves in waves, this market. You could sell here and we'll get a slight rejection, buy back in. Sell here, buy back in down here. And you know what I mean? It just moves up in waves and it's just going to be like all the way up. And it doesn't go in a straight line unless you go back to 2017 bull run. But I think the market is a bit more mature now and we will start to see some positive price action. So that's the levels to buy and the levels to sell. So far, we are waiting for that move on Bitcoin. Looking at the RSI down here, it was oversold and it's pushed up, and now we are getting back above this level. This band here is a key area of support where we bounced a lot. We are now reclaimed at 42% region. I think we will push on from here, to be honest. Just looking at a Bitcoin chart. Potential, we've hit that level now. If you look at this on the hourly time frame, we've come back down and retested this level of weekly support. I did have a potential cup and handle playing out, but it's not quite happened, and this is where we hit that 42k region. That candle is just nasty. Hopefully we do bounce on here, otherwise we'll come back down to test these wicks. Finally, we'll just look at BTC pairing. So this is Polkadot BTC. We're actually above the moving average 200, which is a good sign. If we do manage to maintain positive price action above here, level of resistance at 7,000 sats, it's probably an area I would consider taking profit. But also this level here where I didn't mention last time, I think it was about 10 days ago, I did a video and I said, look, place some buy orders here at 5,000 sats. We've come down, picked that liquidity up and pushed on now. I think personally that Bitcoin will go on a rally at some stage. Altcoins and Satoshi pairs will start to die off, and do not be shaken out if you see buys on Polkadot in Satoshis at 3,500 sats. I've got some Bitcoin laying on my side which I'm waiting to potentially pop off. Once that does pop off, I'm going to sell into Polkadot, I think, and look to potentially get some buy orders filled down here at around 3,500 sats, but that's a long way off yet. We need to see what's going on the low time frames. So we're currently set above that 200. Levels take profit 7,000. We've then got this peak here at around 8,900, and then all-time highs up at 10,000 sats, which will be broken at some stage, whether that's 6 months time or 6 years time. It will be broken at some stage, so don't get shaken out. The market is not the best situation at the minute, but hopefully we do start to get some positive price action soon. That's going to do it for today. Go and check my Patreon out. If you want more content on a daily basis, check my Patreon out. Chat requests, live streams, general group chat. It's a nice group there. So if you're looking for some more hands-on action, you'll find that link in the description. I will catch you on next week's video.